story. The ATM is appalled and angry at media reports about a 64-year-old Khabonina Mkhonza of Ekurhuleni, who is reported to have been brutally beaten up, allegedly for being black and for the alleged corruption sins of various politicians, which she's never met. The party says it's done its own investigation on the matter and has found that the problem is deeper and more gruesome than what is in the public domain. To talk to us more about this, I'm joined by the national spokesperson of the party, Sibusiso Mncwabe. Good evening. Thank you so much for your time tonight. You've done your own investigation and you say that there appears to be deeper issues here. Tell us about that.
Well, thank you very much. Greetings to you and the viewers at home. You see, when you follow this matter, you discover that Mama Mkhonza has really had a very bad life in that family. She has gone throughout all these years. But we know that there's an investigation going on, and these people will appear in court where a lot will be revealed. But it's really irritating that at this age of democracy, 25 years in democracy, you still have a section of the society, certain races within the country who can't really coexist with the other races. It's a really unfortunate situation, and we want to see the law taking its own course fully in this matter.
I know that the matter, of course, is still sub judice as it's been postponed for further investigation.
Yes.
But are you saying that she told you that this is not the first time that she's found herself at the receiving end of abuse?
Definitely, yes. You know, if you just look at what this young boy is doing, with the father not doing anything to stop, in fact, assisting, it clearly tells you that this has been the life going on. This has been the kind of abuse Mama Mkhonza has been going through in that family. You can't really expect that in this age, in that age of an old lady, a young white person, a young boy would find it so easy in front of his parents, in front of his father, to lay hand in such an old lady. Then it tells you that this life has been going through for years and years. It's just that it got to be exposed at this time. Now, this is the thing that tells you that there are people or there are races in this country who believe that they are the master race of the earth, they are the superior race, who can't really find it possible to live with the other, to accept that we are in one country. We should be doing what the Constitution is saying in the preamble, that we should be united in our diversity. If there is such an old person, Mr. Muller, who did this in front of everyone in that family, it shows no one really in that family, in that white family, who respected the black person.
And are you saying that there should be more arrests in this case and not just the son?
Definitely. There should be more investigation, more arrest. And what we want as an ATM is that on the date of the court appearance, it should not be the only certain group of the community that is expressing anger there. We want to see also the section from the white community leading march in that court to say that we reject this, we will not allow this, not in our name. This is what we want to see, because, you know, the problem in this country, we've been having these social cohesion talks, seminars, united in our diversity kind of a statement. But clear there's some certain sections who are really not bothering themselves about that. And these kind of incidents have been happening now and then. You will recall in Mpumalanga there was another terrible incident where white people really pushed someone to the coffin alive. These kind of incidents won't be allowed to go on in South Africa. Serious actions must be taken in our courts, and we'll oppose this thing of courts that if a certain race appearing in court for such incidents, there'll be something like mental assessment, mental examinations. That kind of things, of behavior, of statement, won't deter these things to happen. We want to see drastic actions being taken by our courts so that people will know that racism is same as crime against humanity in South Africa.
And when you talk about the courts, we spoke a short while ago to Pinky Mashiane, who founded a union that is looking after domestic workers. She was really lambasting the bail that has been set at 500 Rand. What is the ATM's reaction to that?
We are very disappointed. We are very disappointed on the law enforcement agencies. You see, this is what I'm talking about, that these sweet, juicy kind of treatments of white people in our criminal justice system, it's really showing that we are not an equal country. There's a clear a difference between who is who in the legal system in South Africa. We reject that kind of 500 Rand pay. This is a very incident. It's un-African. You can't lay a hand to someone who's almost in your mother's age, being young as that white boy. That in its own should be able to say, we must set a lesson here. We must show even the young people that you don't do this. You can't really give a bail for 500 Rand. It tells us that it's a minor case. It tells us that, well, it was one of those cases that the court can't really take it serious. We are very disappointed in the judiciary on the 500 Rand bail granted to this young boy.
And as a final question from me tonight, what is going to be the ATM's involvement in this particular matter going forward?
Well, we'll be there. We'll be there during the appearance of this young man, and I assume his father as well will be joining him. We'll be there picketing outside, telling the judiciary that we want to see a serious sentence. Racism, according to us, must be declared a crime against humanity in South Africa. That's what we'll be saying. We'll be there, our members will be there picketing in full support of Khabonina Mkhonza.
Thank you so much for your time tonight. That's the ATM's national spokesperson, Sibusiso Mncwabe, just giving us his reaction to the attack on Ukoko, Khabonina Mkhonza. The very disturbing story that we'll continue to watch closely as Newzroom Afrika.